So guys, today West Ham played their first preseason game in Austria against Ferencvaros, and there were 3 Ghanaian players who were playing in that game. We are going to talk about them and also their performance for their club side amongst many others. You are watching SportsCorner GH. My name is Adam. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and also turn on notification quickly. Let's jump into it and talk about the latest update. And I'm going to begin with West Ham's first preseason game against Ferencvaros. Now, this game, when the lineup came up, I was happy to see Mohammed Kudus named in the starting lineup because I was like, wow, our star boy is going to play the first game for West Ham in preseason. Now, there's a new coach for West Ham, Junior Lupiteki, so he wants to see what his key players can do. So there were a lot of key players in that game, just for Kraus and other players who are available for the match. Now, one thing I noticed in that game was that in the first half, whilst the game was going on, Mohammed Kudus was influencing the game. But then when the opponents saw that they were tackling him too much, and sometimes the tackles that were going on Mohammed Kudus was quite serious. There was one tackle in the first half. At a point, I thought Mohammed Kudus was injured. And I think the coach saw that very quickly and substituted Mohammed Kudus just after the first half. So in that game, Mohammed Kudus played only 45 minutes. I understand why the coach would do that. I know most people, I saw the comments under the, the live feed, people were like, no, why did they remove Mohammed Kudus and all that? You need to understand, this is just a preseason game. This is not the main, the season. This is not the main EPL. And the coach is trying to protect his key players. He has seen enough. He knows Mohammed Kudus is good. Mohammed Kudus is going to come correct. This is not a game where you're going to risk your key players so they get injured. So Mohammed Kudus just played 45 minutes. I felt he was very influential in that game. At one point in the first half, he was playing as a right winger, sometimes playing as a center forward, switching with other players. And I like the way Mohammed Kudus played today. You could see that Mohammed Kudus that we all saw last season. Trust me, the coming season, Mohammed Kudus is going to ball. I'm telling you, trust me. Mohammed Kudus is going to ball. Now, Mohammed Kudus was not the only Ghanaian in that game. Yes, West Ham had another Ghanaian in their starting lineup in the person of Gideon Kodia. Gideon Kodia, for those who don't know this player, he has been part of West Ham's under 21, under 18, and also their youth teams. See, he even won the FA Cup with the West Ham youth team. This is a very good player. And I believe that the GFA needs to start setting the attention on these young players coming up now. You need to be part of their development. Gideon Kodia today, showed some excellent play with Mohammed Kudus. He was interchanging play with Mohammed Kudus. They were playing very well. You can see that telepathy between these two players. This player is a center forward, but sometimes can play as an auxiliary striker, which is, a second striker. But today's game, he was interchanging with Mohammed Kudus, and I loved every single bit of it. Last season, he was on loan. He scored 5 goals, gave 1 assist. Now he's back in the West Ham team. And Junior Lupiteki wants to give this boy another chance in the team. And I'm excited that a Ghanaian player is being given the chance in West Ham team in preseason to prove his worth. And he proved it today for me. After the first half, I was like, this guy is good because his first touch was good. He has vision. His marking is good, his dribbling is good, and his telepathy with Mohammed Kudus was working for me throughout the first half. So this is the second Ghanaian who played in that West Ham versus Ferencvaros game. Now the third Ghanaian is called Owusu Kwabena. Owusu Kwabena, and this is his picture here. For those who don't know this player, I think last 2 seasons he was playing for Kwabena. Yes, for last 2 seasons he was playing for Kwabena. He was scoring a lot of goals for them in Europe, also in Azerbaijan and all those things. Now, he took a transfer move and went to Ferencvaros, and he's performing very well there. Let me tell you something. Last season, this player scored 5 goals and gave 1 assist for Ferencvaros. Last season, yes, for Ferencvaros, even though he didn't play a lot of games. But today, in the friendly game, he scored the first goal for Ferencvaros against West Ham. And this player, at a point, I know most of us were talking about strikers who could come in and solve the goal scoring problem for the Black Stars, and his name came up. But for some reason, it's as if he's not being considered for the Black Star job. But I just believe that his time is going to come. Looking at the way he played today, I believe the future is still bright. Even though age is not on his part, I believe that still, if the opportunity rises, we can call on Owusu Kwabena. Today he showed me why he's a proper and lethal striker. The striker we saw at Kwabena, today he showed it in the preseason game. So guys, these are the 3 Ghanaian players who featured in the game for between West Ham and also Ferencvaros. Now, their names are Mohammed Kudus, Gideon Kodua, and also Owusu Kwabena. Let's move away from that and talk about other latest updates. Now, Francis Amuzu plays with Anderlecht. And this guy, at a point, he switched from Belgium and said he wanted to play for Ghana. Switched from Ghana saying he wanted to play for Belgium. The player does not know his left and right. Currently, he's being left in the middle. But then this player last season did not get a very good season with Anderlecht. But during their preseason with Braga, they won by 2-1. And guess who scored the equalizer in the 63rd minute? Yes, it was Francis Amuzu. He really played very well, hoping that next season he's going to be a regular starter for Anderlecht. I mean, last season he lost his position at a point he wanted to leave the club. But then he has been assured that if he's able to improve in this particular preseason, he's been assured of regular playing time. So the player is doing well with Anderlecht, and I just pray that he continues like this because he has now made his decision that he's available for selection if the Black Stars are in need of his services. It's just a matter of his performance. If his performances are good, definitely Otoado is going to give him a call-up. Next player we are going to talk about is Terry Yegbe. Terry Yegbe. For those who don't know Terry Yegbe, he was part of the Ghana under-23 team that played in Morocco in the under-23 AFCON. A lot of people criticized his performance during the AFCON. But this player took a move to Augsburg. And in the Swedish league, almost season are starting, they've already played 8 games. And their recent game they played against Häcken ended in a 5-3 win for Augsburg. And guess who scored 2 goals for Augsburg? It is the defender Terry Yegbe. He scored 2 goals for Augsburg. And so far in the season, 8 games, 2 goals for the defender. I'm very happy for him. He is one player that has been heavily criticized when the under-23 played the under-23 AFCON in Morocco. This is a player who is now doing well in Sweden, and we are happy for him. Now, he wasn't the only Ghanaian who played in that game. There is another Ghanaian who played in that game. Michael Bede was in that game. He didn't play the full 90 minutes. He played only 53 minutes and was substituted. But then he didn't score a goal or give an assist. But then we are giving him a shout out because he's also part of that team and also a Ghanaian. So guys, that is very important. Now, let's move away from that and talk about some Euros. I think a lot of people have talked about the Euros, and I'm going to touch on some few things. Now, we all know Nico Williams. He's a Spanish-born Ghanaian player. At a point, he was undecided on whether he wants to play for Ghana or to play for Spain. But then finally, he made the decision. And what I can say about Nico Williams getting playing time and playing for Spain right now is that Inaki Williams had to sacrifice his career for playing for, Spain and went to Ghana so that Spain would take them serious. Because Spain never took Nico Williams serious until they saw that Ghana was a threat. Ghana could pose as a threat and take the ball. That was the only time they took Nico Williams serious and included him to the Spanish national team. And he proved a lot of people wrong. The Euros, he was one of the best performers alongside Lamine Yamal. Now, after the game, there were a lot of, congratulations messages to, Nico Williams from his brother. He says, I am very proud of you. You can see some of the tweets here. I mean, Nico Williams is happy for his brother, and this is what you want. Your family to be there with you in your time of your success. And this is all immense. I mean, I'm just happy for the player. Nico Williams himself says that the gold medal he won is for his mother, because his mother is his role model and also a source of inspiration for him. So as for the player, he says that what he won right now, it is for his mother. Mother is there. We can't replace them. So if you are here and you are listening to me, God bless you, my son. It's better than I love you, baby. If you have money, send some home. Go and look after your mother. And then the one that is left, you give it to your girlfriend. So I beg you, God bless you, my son. It's better than I love you, baby. So guys, let's move away from that and also take a look at what Michael Essien had to say about Nico Williams. He had some few words to say about Nico Williams. Let's read it out very quickly. You can see it right here on the screen. And this is what Michael Essien said on Sporty TV. He says that he was amazing. I mean, as a young player, turning up in big games, scoring for your country. I mean, what more can I say? He has been fantastic. And this is what Michael Essien had to say about Nico Williams. You know why the Ghanaian players are talking about Nico Williams? Our team would have been different. Imagine Nico Williams coming Meno all in our team. Just imagine. Imagine from Paul and at Boku. Ghana team never the suku. But then decisions have to be made. Our leaders have not made our football attractive to attract these players, so they tend to go to other countries. It's not what we want, but then that is the reality of our situation currently. But then we are happy for these Ghanaian players putting Ghana on the map, especially Kwabena, who have not forgotten him. In fact, yesterday I was sad for this player. I'm a Manchester United fan, so when I see Kwabena sad, I'm also sad. But we just hope that, come in the future, they definitely win a trophy, and this boy becomes happy because he really, really did well for England. It's just the other players let him down. The likes of Hankin, they let him down. But guys, this is the latest update I have for you concerning Ghanaian and Black Star players. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the comments. West Ham versus Ferencvaros. 3 Ghanaian players featured in that game. Mohammed Kudus, who played only 45 minutes. Gideon Kodia, who played the full 90 minutes. And also Owusu Kwabena, he scored a goal in that game. Also, Terry Yegbe scored 2 goals for Elfsborg in the Swedish league. I mean, that guy is doing so well, and I hope the coaches are taking a look at him. Francis Owusu scored a goal for Anderlecht against Braga in pre-season. He's also one player that the coaches of Ghana need to take a look at. And also, at the Euros, what Mikey Nation had to say about Nico Williams, what Inaki Williams had to say about Nico Williams, and also what Nico Williams himself had to say about winning the gold medal for his mother, and also Kwabena. This is all we have for you live on SportsCorner GH. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, we go vibe.